What is history? Why is it so important to us? History is a virtual time machine. It allows us to look back at a simpler time. It lets many of us reminisce about how things used to be. History has shaped our world as well as the way we live today and how we will live tomorrow.
The Etowah Historical Society is the oldest surviving, continuing historical organization in Alabama. It is older than the Alabama Historical Association. Mrs. Lister was a very intelligent person, lovely person, and she contacted some other people that she thought might be interested in the project, and I had them to come to her house and talk about the future of organizing a historical society. And that was the beginning of it. Everybody in that picture was a charter member. So that's the way we designate them, you know. So that works out fine. The big thing today is to preserve the correct history. If you hear someone talking about something and something isn't right, we need to correct them.
There is so much to choose from when studying the history of Etowah County, beginning with Native American Indians, European explorers and settlements, the war between the states, the Industrial Revolution, and much, much more.
Of course, serving in the legislature, I'm meeting many historical figures as far as Alabama history. My great-granddaddy on my dad's side, Colonel James L. Sheffield, was a former House member in states and state senator in Alabama legislature, and he ran for governor in 1882 under the Greenback Party, and he was at the Secession Convention. And he was a colonel in the 48th Alabama. And ironically, of course, I got to the records and at the archives in Montgomery and found out this guy was just quite a character in Marshall County. And actually, he was famous. And to me, he was famous. And the more I read, the more interested. And of course, now with more records coming forth, I found out just even more, I guess just a little enough to set me on fire about going to maybe some battlefields, because history is just a part of life.
The Etowah Historical Society is made up of individuals in our community who have a vested interest in history and who enjoy studying and reliving the past. The Etowah Historical Society, under the leadership of its president, Danny Crownover, is growing. It is located at the Elliott Community Center in Gadsden, Alabama. One of the more popular areas is the Jerry B. Jones Historical Research Library. It has an abundance of historical materials containing thousands of photographs, magazines, books, artifacts, and displays dating back well before the turn of the century. All is available and on display for the general public to see and enjoy.
My father grew up in Greens, Alabama, which was a small farming community between Mount Pinson and Birmingham. And they had a large farm. Martins, there were 4 brothers, and 3 of them joined Nathan Bedford Forrest's army. And they met General Forrest in Mount Pinson under a big oak tree, which finally got cut down. My father used to go to that oak tree and sit down and smoke his pipe and tell about his daddy's memories. And he said, well, the 3 Martins were with the General Nathan Bedford Forrest when he chased Colonel Strait, the northern colonel commander, up as far as Rome, Georgia, and said when they got to a place called Gadsden, there was a bridge across the creek, and the creek had flooded, and the bridge wasn't usable for that heavy cannons, and so they were trying to determine how to get that army across that flooded stream. And he told me the story of the young lady who got on the back of the horse and says, "I know where the cows cross in Fuddy River."
Scarborough collection is near and dear to my heart with the collection we got from Bobby in 2005. And I'm glad we did, because it's now well preserved. That was the first digitization project that I tackled at the library. So we've got 4,500 of Bobby's pictures up on the Gadsden Public Library website right now. I wanted more people to see those, and so you can get a lot more exposure through the internet. And digitizing Bobby's pictures along with the descriptions was, you know, a good goal for us.
You know, it's hard to say that I have a favorite time period about history. I would say I have a favorite region, and that just being where I live. I think it's important for people to know the history of their surroundings, and so less of a specific time period that I think would be my favorite or the most important, but more just knowing about the area in which you live and work, and to get to enjoy everything that your surroundings, to know why they are the way they are, I think is important.
The future is bright for the Etowah Historical Society, but a lot of it depends on you. If you have an interest in history, become a member. The Etowah Historical Society meets monthly the second Friday of each month at 6 p.m.
Without the Etowah Historical Society, much of our history would have been lost forever.
Visit or become a member of the Etowah Historical Society. For more information, contact the Etowah Historical Society. Become a member today. It's exciting, it's informative, and it's fun.